Hi, this is Commodore. Another quick video for you guys. Keep getting requests to do a bison video for hunting, where they're located. So here we are, close to the Heartland Overflow. If you notice, right over here is where I have the mark there. That's for where the bison usually spawn, is in that section right there. So what I like to do is I like to come out here. Now when I do my hunting, I like to get off the horse and try to do it quietly. If you get down low, the animals don't seem to hear or see you as long as you stay at a good distance. Now the bolt action rifle is the weapon that I use, and it has a good sight on it. You know, I've got mine upgraded all the way up, so I can do a good hunting. Let's see here, all these bisons, and you're gonna notice some other animals here too. Mostly they're all 1 or 2 stars at the moment, but what I like to do is try to go around in the outer circle here and among these bushes, and then what I'll do is I'll try to find a 3-star buffalo, because that's the one that you really want. That's the one that will give you a good amount for the hide and all the parts that you get from the animal. Now I've been playing since the beta version, you know, and when they finally went live for everybody else, that was a great thing. They kind of upgraded a lot since then, and I think they're doing a fairly good job in my opinion. I know for a while there, people were kind of wondering if it was gonna die, but no, I mean, I'm sure Rockstar's got a lot on their plate at the moment. They're trying to figure out where to go next and what the next step is, and of course, you know, I've had a lot of friends in computer engineering, so I know that there's going to be, you know, a lot of obstacles you have to go by, and what can you do with the hardware you have, with the software you're using, and so forth. So I know that with a game like, you know, RDR and even GTA, even that's another game that I play. You know, there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be ways to try to perfect things, and I know with all of us out here, the fans who'd like to see more and want to go farther, you know, sometimes our imaginations get wild. So that's why, you know, I'm okay with waiting to see what they can do next. And of course, you know, just for a side note, I would definitely like to see what the next version, or GTA 6, to see what comes out from then. But I think we'll all have to wait and see what they're going to come out with for that one. Until then, you know, definitely I'd like to keep going with RDR. It's a really good game. Kind of gets you out for a while away from the city streets, I guess you could say, from GTA. But as always, I usually have my GTA ready to go just in case. Now here, this is where I'm going to find a 3-star. Now the best place to shoot them is in the head. Right about, let's see here. Yep, there it goes. So there we go. Got a good 3-star here. Now the reason why you want to shoot them in the head, especially with a good gun or weapon, is because that way you don't mess up the hide. Because I've noticed that if you shoot with any other gun, or if you have to shoot it more than once, those stars go down, and you might end up with more of a poor pelt versus a perfect pelt, and you don't want to do that. You want to try to keep that value up there for you. Now, unfortunately, this is a pretty big pelt. I mean, you're going to end up with horn, some meat, and maybe fat, animal fat, and also a huge hide. Once you bring your horse up to stow the hide, it's gonna not really have. Oop, looks like I dropped it there. Give me a second. Yep, gonna put that on there. But once you stow it on there, it's kind of hard to put anything else on there. And not like with maybe small, you know, more medium-sized animals, you can put more with one pelt. But then, of course, you know, I like to bring the carcasses too. Now with the bison, they're too big. You just can't pick up the carcass. You just got to leave it there. Now here I'm going to head over to Valentine. I think that's the closest town right now with that butcher. So I'm going to try to sell my stuff. With a good perfect bison pelt, you're going to get $5, and then you're going to get a few extra dollars and change here with the other stuff that you get. Now I've noticed that after doing this, you can still go after like rabbits and smaller animals, and I don't know how she finds a way to put them in her pocket and hold everything in her pants, but apparently she can. So that's, I think, that's the way games are, you know. They kind of don't make sense sometimes, but that's what happens. So here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that over there, and you'll see just a second how much you're gonna get for all that stuff I just got. Now me and my friend, my brother and my sister, we like to come up here and play also. We've thought about using the train, we thought about using the wagon, together to try to do a good amount of hunting, and then try to take maybe more than one pelt or even large fish like muskie, for example, to try to monetize our efforts. But unfortunately, problem is either the wagon disappears, the train disappears, or even if you leave the stuff on the train or the wagon, those disappear, the pelts and the animals that you find. So it's kind of tricky, and it's not very feasible at the moment. So we're going to have to find a way to see, you know, what else we can do. I mean, we're still playing around with it, but it's kind of hard to try to get anything on the train or a wagon, because the character, when you get next to it, wants to put everything on the floor. So that's the downside of that. I mean, we tried to put it on. I mean, we found some ramps next to the train to try to do, and if you're not in a good position, there's just no animals to hunt. Secondly, you know, if you try to put it up next to a rock, or, you know, whether it's a wagon or the train car, then we try to do that as well. And sometimes we can get a couple of animals here and there on there, but if you're not watching the train, no one's there watching everything, animals disappear, or the train gets, you know, disappears. So it's going to be kind of difficult. I think the best thing is teamwork, but then again, you know, other than that, then this is the best you can do for this bison. And again, here we go. We're going to sell all this. I think the only thing I don't sell is that skunk pelt, because I want to save that for a hat or a cap. But other than that, everything else looks good. So if you have any other questions, just leave your comments and, you know, contact me in that way, in that fashion, and I'll get back to you on that one. Or we'll find something else we can look at. I'm going to try doing more videos on other animals and other, maybe some foraging for plants and trees and stuff, and see what we can do for you then. Other than that, just subscribe and keep in touch, and party on out there with the games.
Good evening to you, miss.